right before the game started, the Niners found out that they were eliminated from the playoffs. They had a less than 1% chance going into this weekend, and then that became a 0% chance as the game started. So, okay, losing is actually kind of good. Your draft position improved. But once the Niners learned that they were out of it and there was literally nothing they could do to get in the playoffs, maybe it would have been nice to sit Dre Greenlaw, considering it's been less than a year since he tore his Achilles. He's coming back to help the team and to get a new contract. What he did last week was heroic in a game that could have kept the Niners season alive, but they lost. He was injured. He was questionable all week. The Niners were eliminated. Dre Greenlaw should not have played in this game. The biggest loss today for the Niners was not on the scoreboard. It was at weak side linebacker. Dre Greenlaw injured his calf. And when the Niners say a player has a calf injury, you always wonder, does that really mean the Achilles? Because with Christian McCaffrey, it was originally a calf injury, and then it became an Achilles injury, and then it was 2 Achilles injuries. So we know that Dre Greenlaw tore his Achilles last year. He had Achilles tendonitis in the other one that he didn't tear all of last year until he tore the other one. So we don't know which calf is sore, but we do know that this was completely avoidable. He did not need to play in this game. He wasn't 100% healthy. There was a lot at stake for Dre Greenlaw. He's one of their best players. He was not 100% healthy. He shouldn't have played in this game. Afterward, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner in particular seemed really upset after the game, which surprised me because this game didn't matter. This game didn't count. Like, be upset last week. But this week, Fred Warner was really upset, like beside himself. That's the way I interpreted it. And both he and Bosa said like the same thing about Greenlaw. They said that they have to protect Dre from himself, meaning Dre wants to play football. He's a great teammate. He's going to play through injury. He's going to put himself on the field. And in this game, with what was at stake for him and what was at stake for the Niners, which was nothing, his career was at stake. Nothing was at stake for the Niners. That's when the Niners need to protect him from himself. And I love football players because they speak in code. When they say, we have to protect Dre from himself, we is an interesting word in that sentence because it's not Fred Warner's job to protect Dre Greenlaw from himself. It's not Nick Bosa's job to protect Dre Greenlaw from himself. It's not a collective. He used a plural pronoun. It's one person's job to protect Dre Greenlaw from himself, the head coach. It's Kyle Shanahan's job to say, you know what? We're eliminated. Dre can only go out there and hurt himself. He can't really do anything. We want him to be here long term. We want him on this team. He's part of our future. He's an important part of our future. We saw what our defense looked like without him for the last 10 months. It wasn't pretty. We need this guy. We're going to protect him and protect ourselves, our future. No. Hey, go out there in your first game back from an Achilles tear and play like you never left. You get all the snaps. He does it all the time. So we did it to Dre Greenlaw. And now we don't know what's up with Dre. I mean, who knows? Maybe Dre Greenlaw is done for the year. Maybe he's going to need further rehab this offseason. Like, there's a lot at stake for him. We'll find out. Hoping he doesn't need that stuff. But the fact that Kyle would risk it and that Dre Greenlaw has to go home tonight and wonder what's going on with his career, what's going on with his calf, that's too bad. And again, like, this is Kyle's pattern. He doesn't seem to have much regard for what's at stake for a player. Like, he did the same thing with Christian McCaffrey. Didn't tear his Achilles, but had tendonitis, and both of them missed a long time, came back. You're the bell cow again. Here's 20 touches. Here's 23 touches. Oh, 4 weeks later, you're hurt. Is it an for compensation injury? We don't know. Did the same thing with Elijah Mitchell. Here's all the touches you can physically handle and until you break down and can't play football anymore. Elijah, that's 3 players. I'm sure there's more. But what's interesting about the Dre Greenlaw thing is, like, he's beloved in the Niners locker room. Beloved. And I don't know that Kyle Shanahan is right now. And when the players look at what Kyle did to Greenlaw, how he didn't protect him at all, exposed him to huge risk, and they figure out that, man, that's been his pattern for a while. You wonder if players are starting to lose confidence in Kyle Shanahan.